thing I need to go back to is Mewtwo Y, I think. The rest, everything up here, I'm happy with. I'm confident with all the choices on from A plus up. I'm mostly confident with C down. It's a Mewtwo Y. I think I want to maybe move it up. I think I want it next to Espeon. It's not a bad mon. It's really not. You just need to play it
No,
as a full-fledged mage instead of an ADC.
yeah, which is probably hard for people to adjust to because it's been an ADC the entire fucking time.
But if you play it with Side Strike as your main move, it's over Espeon because you get attack speed capped. I think I want Mewtwo Y in C tier. I could confidently put it C.
Yeah, I think people are shitting on it too much
Like
and aren't trying it enough.
Mewtwo X, yeah, that could stay in F. I think I'll put it. No, I think I still want Dur over it.
No, Duo is better than Mewtwo X, I'm afraid. As much as I love X, it's not gonna win out.
So, B tier, Sylveon A9, Mimikyu top 3. I know I want Sylveon A9 up there. Am I willing to switch Mimikyu and Rapidash?
Like I argued before, Mimikyu has a bit more variety, like versatility in its movesets, whereas Rapidash is a bit more restricted in what it does. And I historically usually value a bit more versatility higher, unless you're locked into something. And it's not like one of the others is a lot better than the other one. So it's not like we even argue for Trick Room being viable in certain senses, and you're never gonna argue for
The agility part. Agility and that stuff being fully viable. Agility in Fairy Wind.
Yeah, Fairy Wind is like, who uses Fairy Wind? I don't think I've ever seen it before. So I would still argue Mimikyu slightly above.
Glaceon's good where it is. Unless I want to shift it with Desi. These two are swappable. But Glaceon's Icicle Spear is still very busted.
Yeah, it's very good. And hard lockdown, it just chases you into the ends of the fucking earth. You also don't have to root yourself in place for your night move. You can just fire that shit off and then just, cruise through it like as opposed to Decidueye. Decidueye has a better range, but Glaceon has a better scrapping power. It's not like Decidueye can go Razor Leaf and suddenly keep up with Glaceon. No, you're actually just gonna fucking die.
Sableye, Greedent, they are in the same spot. Like, they are... If any Mons on this list were the exact same position as Sableye and Greedent.
Pretty much. Like I said, the same argument I made with Mimikyu vs Rapidash. You have a little bit more options on Sableye with more moves that you want to use. But yeah, they're pretty much on the same level. Not much difference.
We have Garchomp, Charizard. I say Garchomp's a bit better because it brawls better than Charizard. But they are very close as well. Like, there's neither of those two are, I'm significantly better than you.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to move Charizard down, I move Garchomp down. If I move Garchomp down, Charizard
I mean,
goes.
to be fair, before Mega Charizard came to be, Fire Punch Fablets was not the move necessarily to go on Charizard. You would just went Flamethrower and Fire Spin, Fire Blast, and that was the argument back again that that Garchomp has more versatility, more options to use for moves than regular base Charizard has.
So right here, I'm happy with the B tier. I'm happy with C tier because Mewtwo was bothering me for a bit. Because it is better than Espeon for me. It's more consistent than Espeon.
Yeah, I can see that Espeon is very inconsistent. This is just a problem. It's not difficult to be more consistent than an Espeon.
T-Tar, I think I'll put T-Tar top of D. Like it.
I don't know. I think I'd still rather have Cramorant than Tita. Tita takes so long to get online. And then even then it doesn't do even that much anymore.
Yeah, no.
I think I'd rather have a lane bully than someone that soaks up all the experience and does nothing with it.
F tier, I'm happy with F tier. I could maybe argue Dura's D. I could maybe switch Dura and T-Tar, but Mewtwo, Mewtwo stays.
I feel like Tyranitar has still like engagement options and more than one moveset being viable, whereas Duraludon just
It has
doesn't
only one
anymore.
moveset that's playable.
Yes, and it doesn't do anything that something else doesn't do it better. So I'd argue still Tyranitar slightly better. Because at the end of the day, Duraludon is still a carry and still also wants XP, so that argument doesn't hold water anymore.
Let's see. A tier. Hobo top of A. I'm cool with that. Black Bear, Dragonite, basically hand in hand, but it's swappable if you need a range mon or not.
Yep.
Mamoswine. Mamoswine, I'm happy at the 4th spot for A. It's too strong early game. It stays online full the rest of the game. If the other defenders in A plus just weren't stronger, I would probably have placed it there.
Yeah, it's just when you compare to the rest, it just doesn't quite hold up. And if you miss a move on Mamo, the long cooldown is just gonna punish you so hard. Like landing your move is amazing, missing your move is terrible. It's like feast or family. You either celebrating or you're fucking crying your eyes out once you evolve. Like early game, amazing, but if you miss like your Ice Fang, oh that sucks. You're not doing anything for like 6 seconds.
Gyarados and Meowscarada. These are very swappable. If you can't get online with Gyarados and you're not consistent, it's not good. Alcremie is right under Darkrai and A+.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right under that. I would argue it's still pretty good.
It's a great mon.
You can't really do much wrong. You just need to know a lot how to play at best, and positioning is really important.
It's just it doesn't do as much as the mons in S.
Yeah.
Because
it's by no means, my god, I can't fucking talk, bad.
It's just it doesn't have a trick that something else doesn't have. Like it's part Hoopa, part Blissey. Both great mons, both very consistent mons. Hoopa slightly less because people need to play with you.
Yep.
But they're both great. And Alcremie gets the best of both worlds off of them, so it's by default a great mon. Gyarados, if you can learn how to get to level 4 on Gyarados, level 4 Gyarados, elite mon, probably able to be A+. But you need to get level 4. Meowscarada, a very strong mon. It does have a versatile kit.
It does.
But I don't know if I could say it's better than Gyarados. I think they're hand in hand. Gyarados is better if you could get online. Meowscarada is better if you take to level 6. But they are very close in rating. Mew is very much a skill ceiling mon. If you actually know Mew, you're S tier.
Yes, of course. If you play, look, best case scenario, you know how Mew works, you switch your move regularly, and you have a fucking team that you actually can play with and communicate, and it might just still be the best Pokemon in the entire game. But realistically speaking, none of these conditions are true 99% of the time.
You stick to 1, maybe 2 move sets. And that's if you need Solar Beam, otherwise you're Electro Ball all game. You don't switch off.
Yeah, most people that you see don't really swap a lot of moves anymore, which I personally think as a former Mew main is fucking stupid and wrong. But yeah, we're talking about the average here, not myself, so yeah, Mew can't be much higher than what it is right now. People are too stagnant right now.
Because if we were talking about personal skill, I'm putting Gren in the cannot touch tier. But yeah, I can't say that because as strong as it is, I've seen some horrible Grens in my life.
A lot of Grens have used Water Shuriken as well.
Trash ass move. We have Blastoise. I would have loved to say Blastoise A+, but it's not. It's in the same ballpark as Mamo. Great mon, and it's good all the way through, but these are all just better. Umbreon, Trev, Crustle, they're all just better for A+.
Yeah, but it's just doesn't. It just can no longer keep up in comparison. It got nerfed too much. Maybe if it got a buff again, it could, play in a higher tier. But so far, it has to stick in A.
No, Blastoise is A. I have over 1,000 games on it. I know how it feels, sadly.
Yeah, it can't keep up. You can't argue it's on the same level as a Trevenant as or a Crossalor and Umbreon.
Now, I'm not
It's
saying
just not.
Blastoise can't be oppressive. It definitely can be oppressive if you know what you're doing. But it's not as good as any of the things up here.
No.
Like, I might be able to bump it up slightly on the list. I might be able to put it next to Mamo, but it's not leaving A tier.
Honestly, I'd rather have a Mamo on a team than a Blastoise these days.
Like,
Because Mamo has a harder lockdown.
Intel, Cinder. Intel's
I mean, liquidation
carries it.
Yeah, it's just liquidation. Liquidation does everything, and that's it.
Ever since the nerf to Intel's early game, liquidation is just the move. Cinder, Cinder's just a worse Gren. Honestly, it should be next to Dragapult if I'm being honest, but it gets online slightly earlier.
Yeah, I feel like people have written off Blaze Kick too fast, too much. No, you don't never see it anymore. But if you pair that with X Attack, you can still like chunk people very fast, very quickly. So yeah, I would definitely say there's some part of it that's being overlooked right now, which definitely should have it be above Dragapult, because Dragapult as a Pokemon is kind of figured out and people know what is good. But Cinderace definitely has some angles which people don't still quite have figured out how to best utilize it currently in its current state.
That's the Cinder argument. Slowbro's not bad, but it's a Unite move. That's what Slowbro is. Like, I play Slowbro, I like Slowbro, but it is a Unite move. Surf isn't insane. It's a decent move, but Blastoise has a better Surf. Slowbro really gets the better water gun. Amnesia is good, but not amazing. Like, it heals you, but that's all it does.
And Telekinesis misses a lot.
Yeah.
Very smart.
And then Scald really isn't that great of a move. It's highly overrated.
Especially after the nerf, it's basically fucking dead in the water now.
Azu's really good early game.
Yep.
Like, if I were to move it up, I don't think it's above any of these mons. But Azu is definitely a good mon. It's not as low as people want to believe it is.
No, it definitely isn't. People want to believe this is low. Yeah, people are fucking high, maybe.
Because it has the best 1v1 potential in the game.
I mean, that's literally baked in its passive.
That's all it needs is the 1v1. You catch someone out, you win. You go on with your life. Armarouge is really strong throughout the game. It's not the worst early game. Fire Spin's great. Side Strike's great. Armor Cannon's a good move. Flame Charge is good. Its Unite move is iffy. That's the only reason why it's not higher. It's not a bad Unite move, but you compare it to Guardy. Guardy's Unite move is better.
In every way.
But Armarouge, if you see a Brawl heavy comp in ranked, you will want it over Guardy because Fire Spin plays a lot better into that.
That is true. It definitely has its uses, but not as widespread as the other mages.
Dragapult takes too long to get online. It's a Cinder, but it just takes more effort.
Yeah, you need a lot more stacks. I mean, you have some mobility with Dragon Dance, but even that, you can be caught halfway through. Your Unite move is arguably the best part about you because it's very spammable, it has very long range, it does good damage, it does splash, so I wouldn't want to put it out of A tier, but it's very much carried by just the range it has, mostly.
Dodrio is very capable of being S if you're good at it. The problem is people rank Dodrio on tier list as if everyone's good at the mon.
Yeah. It's
But
really not.
if you're not good, if you're not used to moving around and aiming by your movement direction, it is not good. Well, it's not good, but it's not great. It's A tier. It's closer to the bottom of A. I could have honestly maybe have argued B, but it's better than all of B tier right now.
Yeah, I can trash beat you, basically.
And Scizor is kind of a noob stomper, but in a melee comp, it fights very well into, which is very important.
It's very scrappy. Honestly, it's the teammate that Armouche really wants because you couldn't just follow him up, and
Yeah,
then you start 2v5ing on both of them. It's definitely team comp reliant though. Like Armouche at least has the option to just go armor can and go long range. Scissor is kind of relying on someone being there with him.
it's a
Because
one
if you
move
just,
pony.
yeah, I mean, it literally is because you can't pick something else.
A tier, Darkrai's a sleep bot. It's strong, not the most impressive thing, but it's close. If anything here were to hit S, it would be Darkrai. Well, Greninja Darkrai, one of those. But it won't.
Yeah, I just don't want to put it S tier because I feel like recency bias is going on way too much right now. It's really strong. It just made a comeback. But before the patch, you barely saw it half the fucking time. There were always a speedster that was picked over. Either it was fucking Absol, or it was Leafeon, or it was Talonflame. Darkrai wasn't actually used that much. It was still good, but I don't think the buffs are that oppressive. I think people are just pissed because he's just showing up with a new shiny coat, and people don't know how to best deal with it yet.
Alcremia went over. It's a good mon, but Blissey Hoopa.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not over Darkrai for me. Psyduck, I could praise Psyduck, but in reality, it's good because it's disruptive. If you're not good at Psyduck, it can move down, but in general, Psyduck should be around here. It's a great mon. It just takes a little bit of effort to figure out how it functions properly.
Yes, and you definitely need your team to help you play with it. Not to the extent that Hooper requires your team to play with you, but Psyduck on its own is a bit lost because you are very disruptive, but you are not much else than that. You definitely need someone to play with you to fully capitalize on what you bring to the table.
Surging Strike Urshifu. It's very strong, very good. Early on in the list, it was in the argument for S tier. Because it's a very consistent mon. You hit level 5, you're an S tier mon. Your level 1 before 5 is horrible.
Yeah, yes. Basically, the only reason Urshifu isn't put in S tier is because you cannot guarantee that you have an easy level, like laning phase until level 5. You cannot guarantee you get jungle every single time. You cannot guarantee you have XP share. Since this is a solo queue tier list mostly, you just can't rely on these things that you need that get you through the level phase until 5. If this was like competitive, or if this was like, oh, you're doing, or you have someone that is reliably there and you can get juggle, or you can like, have an XP share boost you, then yeah, it would be S, definitely. But
Like it would be
for
up
the
there with Blaziken if it was with other
for
people.
for the average player though, you can't rely on these things. So that's why it's not as played as much anymore. Because you can't rely on everybody running XP share, even if they're picking support or tank. It's just, it doesn't happen. You can't rely on getting jungle because jungle is the most fought over fucking lane in the entire game. And Kapfu is just really struggling early on.
Buzzwole may have been one of the Pokemon with the closest chance for S. It has a great early game. The passive is insane because you can build up on enemy Pokemon. It has all good moves. And it's an execute, but it's an execute that you could kite, and that's the real issue.
Yeah, if you rev your leech life, you're not doing anything and you can just get blown up. It's not the longest range, like it's not an amazing grab, and if they just full heal it, like Yeah, you just get shut down because your entire move just fails right then and there. And sure, you can argue that, oh, full heal is like such a long cooldown, and over the course of the match, you're not gonna full heal everything. That is true. But if they full heal you right at the most important fight of the entire game and you do nothing and you die, then yeah, that's it. Over. It's really good over the course of the game, but you can be shut down at the most crucial point in the game very easily.
Gren, I love Gren. Gren's insane, great mon. It does have a high skill ceiling, and that's the big thing for it. It is not a mon where you can just pick it up. If you could just pick it up, it would be S tier. But you have to learn the kit. You have to know how to kite. You need to know how to time your surf executes. You need to know how to use your double team or smoke screen. Even Shuriken, you need to know your range, not to die. It's a bunch of micro that you need to learn. And if you don't learn it, it's horrible if you can't actually learn Gren.
It's really good, but there's a lot of other things you could be playing that is easier to understand, easier to pick up, easier to execute, that is on the same level of power, more often than not.
Aegis Slash, honestly, Aegis
Like
Slash.
just sorry,
Oh,
I
go
don't
on.
want to drag this on, but just compare it to Alone and Raichu. Like Gwen and Alone and Raichu have like similar potential, but it's just Alone and Raichu is so much easier to play than Greninja, so it has to go above it. Just because you can be brain dead while playing Raichu, and you can't be brain dead while playing Greninja.
Like, I learned that firsthand today. Raichu is
Yeah,
so easy. Like,
it is.
it's a joke of a mount to play. You hold your A button and just remember which direction to dash, and then you win the fight.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to it. If Raichu wasn't here, I'd put Gren in S. Raichu does Gren's job, but 100 times easier to pull off.
Yep.
Aegis Slash is overall good. It fills all around her, so it has the burst. It could play as a pseudo defender with Wide Guard. Both very good traits to have. You have Coup de Grace, or Grass Cutter, however you want to call it, which is a very good secure.
Yeah,
it is one of the better secures in the entire game.
That was the OG best secure when it came out. It just was.
Like, the only downside for Aegis Slash is Iron Head, because they refuse to buff it. But if they buffed Iron Head, I could argue this easily being an S tier mon.
Yeah, honestly, Aegis Slash is my go-to all-rounder, somewhat tanky, somewhat damage dealer if I don't know what else to pick. And Aegis Slash is always a contender that you can just choose, and you will contribute to the team no matter what.
Lucario, you may see that Mega Lucario is under Lucario. And you might question that. Lucario is far more versatile, far more consistent than Mega is. Mega Close... I'm going to just talk about them both in the same instance, because I may as well.
Go ahead.
Mega Close Combat holds you down way too long. You can't move during it. It's a 5-second animation fully. If you cancel it early, it will rechain itself because the game input doesn't fully cancel it. It is... Close Combat in base Luca is the best move it gets outside of Mega Pup. While normal Lucario, you get E-Speed, you get Bone Rush, which are both amazing moves. You get your hands on something like the normal Pup still. You can play Bone Rush Pup, Close Combat E-Speed. Both are very viable combinations. You're locked into one moveset, which one of the moves get worse after Mega. It is an overhyped mon completely. I would love to say it's not, but it can't even make top of the S list. Mega Luca cannot get that high. Honestly, it was the mon that we probably went over the most of. Is something over that.
Yeah, it really is. We're constantly comparing it to Mega Lucario, and is this better than Mega Lucario? And more often not, the answer was actually yes. Mega Lucario is definitely along the lines of being overrated currently. It cannot hold a candle to regular Lucario. Like, it has more damage, sure, but it plays a lot more awkwardly. It definitely roots itself and plays a lot longer. And it is nowhere near as versatile as regular Lucario. You can do a lot more plays with base Lucario than with Mega Lucario.
We have Gardevoir, overall the most consistent mage outside Delphox. It has maybe the best Unite out of all mages. It has Psyshock, and it has Future Sight. Both nuking tools. Future Sight, if you play that properly, will just kill someone flat out. Not slightly kill, maybe kill. You see them at 80%, you aim that Future Sight, it will wipe them.
Yep.
Psyshock is a very consistent 3-hit move, which you can't move in, by the way. But it's very important to know. It moves with the range you go.
Yep.
Which is very, very powerful. It may be underrated to an extent, honestly.
I see Psyshock a fairly decent amount of time, honestly.
But I'm
It's
saying
definitely a comfort move.
the position that you can get with Psyshock is kind of underrated. Like, it can give you one of the best secures in the game, because it can hit multiple times in a segment instead of the one that you have to tick down on Future Sight.
Yep.
You get Psychic. It leaves constant damage on the field. What, it's a 25 or 30% special defense cut now.
It is actually 27 right now.
Oh, well, I was close.
Each time this move hits, special defense is decreased by 27% for 4 seconds, maximum 81%. It shreds a lot.
Like, that guarantees a one-shot. It's not even slightly. Yeah, Moonblast straight up stops somebody from playing the game. For like 1.5 seconds, a straight shutdown.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Also gives a shield, because why not?
Like it,
and it's a slight repositioning tool. I feel like everyone forgets that, because if someone jumps directly on top of you, you actually can very easily land it. It stuns them, and you get a bit of distance immediately.
It's a great move. Guardy honestly could have been this. Like
I think what Gardevoir misses is the early game, because Waltz is really fucking struggling. You don't even have 2 damage moves. Yeah. I mean, teleport is pretty good, but it's not what you need to farm.
Teleport.
You need to be babysit until level 5 by your lane partner.
Like, you get a boosted auto off of teleport, but that's not enough.
No, it sadly isn't.
Zoroark's just highly mobile, highly bursty. It's like, it is close to a perfect speedster. The biggest downside not to put Zoroark in S is its Unite move, if I'm being honest. Because the rest of its kits, all mobility, all damage. You have a Perma Chain combo if you want. You have a combo that can just wipe everyone off the map.
Yes, unless you get hit by literally anything that disrupts you, and then you just fucking drop the combo and it's over. That is the big weakness, because CC affects you more than anything else. Because Night Slash it's not even like Night Slash gets delayed. Night Slash gets just cancelled and it goes on cooldown if you get hit by one straight CC. And that is really devastating for something that is very reliant on performing your full combo all the time. If you can't full combo, you're not doing anything or so. But if you can, you're really fucking strong.
Yeah, you could be S tier if you can get it off. That's the big difference. Like, every mon in this A+ tier can make it S tier in the right conditions.
Yeah, under certain circumstances. They're definitely the most niche of the entire cast. They can all be really amazing, depending on the matchup.
But they can also all be really bad depending on your matchup.
Yep.
Cressel's god. Like, Cressel's... It is the definition of you are the best tank in the game, or you hinder your team completely. There's no middle ground.
Yeah, you have an amazing potential to fuck your entire team over more than the enemy team. And that is something very special that no one can take away from you. But at the same time, if you actually know what you're doing, no one can fuck with you or your team. It is actually crazy, the potential it has. You just have to be, actually good at it.
Like, it's a mon I strongly wanted to put in S tier. I wanted to put it fairly high in S tier, didn't I?
I had to talk you down, because the average player isn't gonna make amazing Walk Tomb plays every single time. And the amount of times I've run into the fucking damn wall, which was keeping me from chasing down and getting a kill on like fucking Cinder Ace or somebody else like a ninja, is just it's so high. Your average player is just not gonna play S tier like with this bitch.
Honestly, I think I could loop Zacian and Empoleon to the same argument. They're gonna hit the same boxes. They're both. Could I? They're kind of in the same
Oh.
box. Because the big difference for Zacian is it has a Metal Claw. Empoleon gets Hydro Can. Hydro Can can heal a lot, but it's highly bursty. It doesn't get infinite mobility. While Zacian does get a little more mobility, but it sacrifices a slight bit of burst. But Zacian also has the big, and I mean this is a huge benefit. A Metal Claw can cancel any ranged attack in the game. Unite move cancels. Random auto cancels. Any skill cast that you cancels. As long as it is ranged, it will cancel it completely. And that cannot be understated, along with giving you attack speed. Your Unite move is stronger if someone ults before you. It's just so much good in one mon. And we get your hands on Empoleon. Empoleon's consistent. And that's the big thing. It's consistent. It gets healing. It gets damage. Metal Claw's a great move. It has a better Unite move. That's why I can hand Empoleon. Because it's an Azu ult that's just better.
Yeah.
But outside of that, they are pretty close to each other.
The problem is, I think Empoleon gets punished more if you whiff anything of your kit, whereas Zacian doesn't really have that kind of issue. Like, you can whiff a Metal Claw and it's not the end of the world. You miss a Hydro Cannon that was boosted by Torrent and you're fucking crying.
But they are very close in how I would rate them. That's why they are literally next to each other on this list.
Yeah, that makes
the
sense.
mon that could arguably be put above them, Scyther. It's just Zoroark, but slightly less consistent. I'm not even. I don't even feel like I need to go over that. It's just. It is a less consistent Zoroark.
If the Unite move wasn't back half the time,
it would be S tier.
Yeah, but it just doesn't work half the fucking time, and then what's the point?
Venu, nowadays is really just Solar Beam. Solar Beam gets to execute 12.5%. Insane execute button.
I will never understand why they buffed that shit.
It does 50% naturally. It can honestly do full HP bar. You pop an amp on your Unite move, it kills anything. No tank survives that hit. It Sludge Bomb slows you, and it got a bigger slow. It's like 80% slowdown. So you guarantee the beam. Pedal is still a very good move. It's not
Actually,
as good as beam.
Can we talk about the fact that Solar Beam's hitbox is fucking bullshit? Because
it's like two beams together?
Yes, you look at it and it's like, oh yeah, I'm easily dodging, and then suddenly half your HP bar is gonna like, how did that even hit me, man?
Yeah, it's like three beams together. It's one beam on both sides.
It's dumb. Because then why isn't it that the animation? Make the hitbox actually as big as it is.
Like, Venusaur is a very strong, consistent mon. Would I say it's over Scyther? No, Scyther just wins. Anything that could dive Venusaur wins that fight.
Pretty much.
But is it very good for securing and what it should be doing? Yes. There's almost nothing better for that specific role.
You know, it's kind of funny that Veno is the best out of the counter starters in this game.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the best in Gen 1 too, but no one ever acknowledged it.
Ceruledge. I feel like a lot of these mons are going to get into the same argument that Zoroark was explaining earlier.
It's a lot of the similar things.
Like I could say Ceruledge is Zoroark, but a better Unite move. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Miraidon, very consistent. A lot of these mons are basically explained the same way now that I look at it. Because Miraidon will be in the fucking Venusaur conversation, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Zoroark. It's just Zoroark or Venusaur. Pick your poison on which move you want to take. Trevenant. We go into Trevenant very sustain heavy. It does a
Crazy.
lot of damage. Can reposition a lot of people. Has great positioning. Its Unite's a great knockup.
It's amazing CC, and like Woodhammer is never to be understated. Like you can just hit the entire enemy team if you get it correctly, and then just profit off that. It's crazy. You can Woodhammer into fucking your Unite move, and the entire team just dies from the follow up right then and there. Perfect setup.
Metagross is very much a great mon, strong mon. It would be higher if it didn't need level 9 to be online. Gyro Ball,
Yeah,
great move. AoE, a lot of shielding. Shield more and more people you hit. Meteor Mash, instant nuke on whatever hits. It is not to be understated how hard that skill hits somebody.
no, it deletes people right then and there.
You get your hands on things such as fucking Magnet Rise. You go Magnet Rise, Gyro Ball, Magnet Rise down, pop Gyro Ball again, because you basically have full Gyro Ball cooldown within that animation. And what do you do about it? You don't do anything into that, you just lose the fight.
Also, the opportunity to just single someone out or just completely change the terrain on your Unite move. It's basically Java 4 at that point, and that's really fucking strong, as Lika has shown over like a decade at this point. Being able to just split an entire team apart and catch someone that you can just bully with Meteor Mash and Gyro Ball it's really fucking strong. Very strong Unite move. Very low cooldown as well.
We go into Mega Luca, we went over that with normal Luca.
Yeah,
Gengar, I could say one word to explain Gengar. Hex. That is it. Hex. 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 Sorry, Sludge Bomb. Hex. 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 Hex.
I mean, the funny part is Shadow Ball Dream Eater isn't even bad either. It's just both moves are just good.
It's just one of the moves are fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
We have Absol, very high burst. Armor Chef also got in the Psycho Cut conversation. Psycho Cut cuts defenses for full team when it's used. Every person. It's great. You have Night Slash, that's one hit naturally, and that gives you a second hit. You could use that to escape or just execute your target if they're low enough. It's a great move. Even Pursuit, that's just kind of... It's Pursuit.
Pursuit is pretty good, especially in SoloQ, because most people aren't necessarily playing around it at all times. And getting a reset and getting a crit on it is really strong. I would even argue Sucker Punch can be really good. It's more of the defensive move, but again, if it crits, it deals a lot of damage, and it's a very good chase down too. I think the biggest problem of Absol is that it's really reliant on crit. Like the entire mon is laid out into crit. Your items are crit, your passive is crit, you get naturally crit, but at the end of the day, you only go up to like 50% crit, so every single attack is a coin flip. If you win the coin flip, you annihilate someone. If you miss multiple coin flips in a row, you're not doing a lot. It's kind of coin flippy, and it does kind of fall off late game. You really need to snowball your lane when you gank.
It's very similar to Leafeon, but Leafeon gets online easier and far more consistent.
Yeah. And I think Leafeon works or has more value late game still than Absol.
Like, you still get your Unite. They both have good Unites. Leafeon's Unite's more direct, though. Absol has a strong Unite, but you want a Psycho Cut to kill somebody. If you don't Psycho Cut, then it's not wiping the team.
No.
I've had several times I missed my Psycho Cut, ulted, my ulted 2% in their HP.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Honestly, I would argue Leafeon's ult is better for engaging people, and Absol's ult is better by bursting down objectives, which is reinforced with Psycho Cut. You can literally just Psycho Cut and then ult something, and it just deletes whatever objective it is, which is really nice for macro purposes. But at the end of the day, as a speedster, you definitely rather would like delete other people than just objectives. It's not bad, but it's not as good as other options we have.
We have things like Talon. Talon's very close. All three of these speedsters are very close to each other. Talon has a lot more range. It has a maybe better early game than them. It has a better early game than Gengar. Both of these do.
Yes.
But you get something like Fly. You're invincible during that animation. It's great. You get Brave Bird. You're sniping somebody off the map. They don't know what's coming. Like, you have to always be aware that town could be Brave Bird. That Brave Bird could just kill me. The Unite move's a complete reposition tool. It can take an entire team, push them very far from an objective or a fight. It's a lot of consistency. It might also fall under semi-support for its Unite move for a support speedster, but it's not as much as Darkrai, where Darkrai's whole kick, you could run EXP share, build a support, and it will still function just fine.
Yeah, I think if we to make an argument between Absol and Talonflame is that Talonflame is a lot more committal than Absol because both Fly and Bravebird are your main sources of damage. So unlike Absol, where you can use your second part of your Night Slash to just disengage, you're kind of all in if you're Talonflaming. Like if you're charging with Bravebird, you have, and if you miss, you're a lot more punished than Absol. So that's why I would keep it below Absol personally.
No, Kuro, this is just kind of dedicating to the tier list right now. Need to make sure that people know that this is actually accurate and not some random bullshit a YouTuber made.
Yeah, we're actually trying, yeah.
We get something like Umbreon. Umbreon Elite. It's very versatile. Might be one of the most versatile mons on this list. Alcremie's maybe slightly more. You get decent damage. You get a lockdown on Mean Look. You get Snarl, which is that damage cut or defense cut?
It's attack. It's attack and special attack cut and movement speed.
Yeah, which is very strong. Get Wish, which is a shield. I mean, gives damage reduction and a heal. Your Unite move takes the shields. It's just a great all-around mon. Can't complain about having Umbreon on your team.
No, it just as long as you know how to utilize it, there is nothing wrong with it. It will always be a good pick, no matter what.
We get something like Mime. Mime is very much you need to know how to play it.
Yeah.
It's very strong. You need to know how to wall things, or you need to know how to empower swap. You can build it multiple ways. It's also fairly versatile. You could play it as a support healer, which still does chip with Psychic Power Swap. Confusion Barrier, both great. I mean, it's a great moveset. Nor can play it as a carry. It's great. You could do Confusion Power Swap as well, which also nukes someone off the map. But that's more situational. You don't make your own walls in that situation. So you'd want something like Crystal on your team, which can make a wall for you. Very good, very strong, consistent. There's nothing wrong with it. Clef is...
No, it's the only thing you could lament about it is if you do go power swap, you can't make your own plays. You're kind of reliant on the map, and you're also reliant on early game on the map, and people know how that works. Like, if they see a mime, they actively try to avoid anything that resembles a wall to not get shoved into it and lose half their HP. So it's really strong, but people know what is up.
We're able to take something like Clef. Honestly, Clef is good. It's just
the only thing that's holding Clef back is the randomness of the Unite move.
Yeah, it's just
because
consistent.
you can get something really good, or you can get fucking explosion and nuke yourself, which doesn't help you. But other than that, both Gravity and Follow Me are great moves. It has very good healing and Moonlight, and you have the potential to nuke somebody. There's nothing wrong with it. You can always bring a Clefable, and as long as your team doesn't fucking get burst down because they're all attackers, you'll be able to do just fine.
And then we have Hoopa. It's hard to explain Hoopa. It's kind of... It's team
It's very easy to explain Hoopa. If everyone was actually using your portal, this bitch would be an S tier, no questions asked. But since SoloQ, no one actually uses hyperspace hold correctly, it just can't go any higher.
Like, I'd love to put it in... I'd love to have it near the top of S, honestly. It could make it there. In duo, trio, or stack.
Yeah, definitely. But this isn't a list for duo, trio, or stack. It's for solo, and that you have to rely mostly on trick if you're not going whole. And trick is not that amazing anymore.
Alright, now we get to the simple ones. Charizard just cracked. It's
I
fire.
mean, it literally just came out. It nukes your entire HP bar. You lose half your HP, even if you had an overshield of a comfy, which we literally proved early on stream. It's just dumb. Every single it's just dumb. It's the latest thing, and it's fucking broken because of course it is, and that's all there is to be said about it. If it didn't have the numbers it did, it wouldn't be an S tier. Let's be honest. It would probably be an A or A plus maybe. It would definitely be stronger than normal Charizard because it has a lot more things going on, but it wouldn't be amazing. It's just the numbers are just too high right now to be reasonable because it's a new release.
And we just talk about. I've been listening to Goldenrod's theme for 4 hours.
Nice.
We get into Raichu. Not much to explain for Raichu. It's just Greninja, but easier. You don't need setup. You just get store power and dash.
Yeah. Yeah, after the store power buff, it's definitely a very viable pick anymore, but it doesn't mean Electro Ball is bad. You can still use your minefields, you can still blow them up remotely with Thunderbolt. It's just store power is now also viable again. It's very easy to utilize. You definitely get value. You have free mobility all around. Your Unite move's just basically a pretty good move. It does good damage, it denies areas. It's really hard, and your early game is also pretty good. The Pikachu version is also it's just good. It's good around. It's a good laner. It's a good jungler if you want to go into jungle. It's good. It is good. And it doesn't matter what you do with it. It can do anything. It can do anything you want it to do as long as it's dealing damage, and it will always perform.
See, Blaziken is what Luca wants to be. I love
Yeah.
Luca, but Blaziken is just the definition of I have all my moves when I want them, when I need them.
Yeah.
It's consistent. It's great. Fire Punch is a great move. You get something like fucking Overheat. Best secure in the game still. Because you switch moves, you get a damage buff on that swap.
Yep.
You get fucking Blaze Kick. That's a reposition tool stun. And if you, I'm pretty sure if you get level 11, it's a proper stun. It lasts long enough to full charge fucking Overheat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Your Unite move deals damage still in a Vortex and an AoE. So it's not like that's not doing anything on the swap. And then you get Aura Spear, which is still a good long range tool to have your hands on.
It's a go-to poke tool that you actually kind of need to just all rounder. Like it has something for every single situation it could possibly find itself in, and it has a good early game and Torchic. It does everything you want it to do. Again, just like Raichu. It's just Raichu is ranged and Blaziken is not. That's why Raichu is above it. But they're basically in the same ballpark, pretty much.
We take Delphox. Delphox, honestly, it's 2 moves. The other 2 moves you don't see as much, but Mystical Fire and Fire Spin are both just that great on moves. Fire Spin shuts you down for 2 seconds. It chases you across the map. You have to be wary of it while it's down. Which people kind of forget. I don't know how you forget, but there are people that could forget that. It's a constant stun. You get Mystical Fire. That's a reset stun. I mean, a reset damage. That every time you land it, you reset. There's no
very impressive moveset. But at the same time, you don't even need to rely on Fire Spin. You can go full Flame Charge, and that move will still do well. If you find yourself against a lot of divers, you don't even need to go Fire Spin and go long range. You can go zoom around with Flame Charge and Mystical Fire, and you will never be caught ever. And Flame Charge has like your fire projectors, which will hone in on anybody. Anywhere, even through bushes, as I had to experience earlier, which was fucking bullshit. So, as impressive as Fire Spin is, it's not like it's the only choice in the meta. you still can definitely utilize your other moveset. I guess the only argument is that Fire Blast isn't as amazing as Mystical Fire because the cooldown reduction is really strong. But
I-
even then,
It's a good
you
move.
can find it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's more situational, but it's not bad in any regard.
Like
And the Unite move is still fucking
if
bullshit
you
with
need a
its 85.
if you need a secure, Fire Blast is actually better than Fire. I mean Mystical Fire because it's a
Yeah,
wider radius, a lot harder to miss it, and
yes.
it's a double burst because the first hit does damage and then the second pop also does damage. It's very strong. We go into Palma. Palma is going to. It's very brawl heavy. It gets a lot of sustain from fighting. Its biggest flaw really is its Unite move. You need to
Yeah,
keep
Unite move.
fighting.
I mean, you have a lot of payoffs again from a Unite move because you can charge it again from fighting. But if the Unite move gets cancelled for being for anything because the target's out of range or you get stunned or the target dies, you do not naturally get your charge back, and that is like the single most backbreaking thing ever because it stops at 90% refund, and you will not get it. You have to hit something else beforehand, so you cannot initiate with it anymore, which can be really devastating to what you have. The fighter mode does really well to enhance your moveset. Fighter mode wall switch is one of the most fucking devastating attacks in the game. Thunder Punch is still has like 370 fucking attack scaling on it because why the fuck not? And yeah, it's even with the recent nerfs, it will still perform really fucking well. There's nothing you can use any move you want and you can make it work. As long as you keep poking your passive, you will not die anytime soon. The only thing that's kind of bad about Palmod is Palmy, because until you get level 5, you're kind of struggling. Unless, of course, you have someone that tries to fight you and your support helps you, and the enemy support doesn't help them, and then you just kill them because it was kind of free. But how likely is that to happen? Why? I mean, which enemy, lanes against you and has a support that never helps them ever to tank a hit from you? That's crazy.
I had a tier on this tier list for like a solid hour and a half. I'm gonna try not to turn this Lapras into another 30 minutes because I might have to eat food. Oh, and your stream has to start soon, so I have to think about that too.
I had to start an hour ago, my man. It's over.
Oh shit! I know it was.
Okay, love. And you know what? If you don't want to end up rambling half an hour, then let me just take this one. Lapras, very underrated Pokemon, very strong, very aggressive, very amazing early game. Pretty much good passive all around, amazing self healing with your boosted attacks. Um, there's nothing you don't want on this, but if you want more damage, you go Perish Song. If you want more sustain, you go Water Pulse. Ice Shot's pretty good early game. Bubble Beam and Ice Beam both perform amazingly. Bubble Beam has the potential to lock down an entire enemy team if you get it that well to land. And Ice Beam has one of the best area denial that is in the game, because if you actually step on it and get frozen, you're fucked. And probably the single best aspect of Lapras that no one knows how to use correctly apparently is the Unite move, because you don't actually use it to ferry anyone around, but you just turn it around on the enemy and just engage on them. You jump their carry, you fucking bubble beam them, and then you water pulse a Perish Song, and you can just literally kill them while you're 1v5ing. And as long as your team isn't fucking brain dead and knows how to follow up, you definitely will win the team fight. The amount of playmaking potential this bitch has that no one seems to utilize is actually out of this universe. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna add anything because if I do, I'm gonna go on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I kept it as brief as possible.
Let's see. Comfy's just a very good enabler. It's the Pokemon that, if you have a strong Pokemon in your meta, it could be the best mon in the game. If there's nothing good in your meta, it's horrible. As of currently,
Wait, hold on. I just realized Comfy is fucking alcohol. It's an amplifier. If you have a good mood, it's really good. If you have a bad mood, it's really bad. It depends on what you're dealing with right now in that moment. It's just fucking alcohol, the Pokemon.
You know what?
It amplifies everything.
You know what? And that's how I'm gonna leave that off, actually. We get something like Leafeon. Leafeon, kind of explained for Absols, but it is a very early scaling, very good on lane, very good on jungle mon. Razor Leaf Solar Blade, insane burst. Razor Leaf might be the best burst in the game because you can aim it, you can preset it, dash on somebody, execute them from the Razor Leaf. It's very strong.
For some reason, it also gives you a shield. Don't ask me why, but it does. Just chalk it on there. Why not?
So,
Definitely was needed, apparently.
Solar Blade is also great because it's one of those things that as long as you're not in the bush, you're gonna get your boosted Solar Blade. That boosted Solar Blade is a instant launch. It's not a charge up. You launch it down, you kill somebody. It's always gonna do around 4,000 to 5,000 damage after level 10, and people need to acknowledge that. Its Unite move is insane. It's a guaranteed homing skill, basically. I guess you could dash out of it, but it's a homing skill. And it's a homing skill that slams down on AoE damage, which means it's going to more than likely murder more than one person in that team fight. You get something like fucking Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade is an AoE dash that at the end of it spins in a circle. It's flawless for a Razor Leaf or a fucking Solar Blade. Because it just locks you in there. It's going to do the chip damage you need for the kill as well. It's so consistent, so strong, and I guess we have Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace is a double dash.
Area is, I mean, 2-second dash that you can use whenever the fuck you want. You can just sprint across the entire map if you want to, because who the hell wouldn't want to be able to roam easily on a fucking assassin? But it also does pretty decent damage. It's very good for repositioning. You can make some very nice plays, especially with Razor Leaf, that people wouldn't, expect. It's just good. It might not do the same damage as Leaf Blade, but it is very versatile. You can just use it whenever the fuck you want, and it just gets you anywhere. Anyway, no matter what.
We hit Latias. Latias is versatile. It is a damage tank. It's kind of like mine, but less setup to use the damaging. Because you get Mist Ball. That does, what is it, 2 or 3 ticks in Mist Ball's radius. Along with the damage cut.
Yeah, it's like 3 ticks by default, and it decreases the damage for like 25%. And it slows them by 40%. It has a pretty long range. You can cut it off early if they, show up early by reactivating it. It's very strong in poking, and you don't even have to rely. You can also just go the other move and
Dragon
do
Cheer,
Dragon
double
Cheer.
Cheer, double shields.
Double shield. You have a repositioning tool on you. You boost their damage. It's really good.
We get to Blissey. Blissey, very good. A great mon, always been great. Great on healing terms, gets safeguard, so great for a CC. Gets something like Helping Hand, which can help your whole team deal damage and move faster. You get Soft Boil. Soft Boil's outstanding. Constant healing. It's only maybe outdone by Umbreon.
Yeah, but Umbreon doesn't have the literally cleanse for nothing value that Safeguard has, which makes it Blissey a lot more, versatile to actually utilize.
Like, maybe the worst, and you get Bliss Assist first off. Best Unite move in the game to this very day.
Why does it deal damage?
It deals damage, dashes through opponents. It amplifies your damage. It shares some of the damage done. It's so much shit on one move.
It also has, like, I think 30% cooldown reduction baked into it, because the Unite buff, for some fucking reason, needs to give you that.
And then the maybe worst thing about this kit is Egg Bomb. Egg Bomb's still great. The only reason it's an issue is you need Egg Bomb to stack more Soft Boils up, and to stack them faster. But
Yeah, you kind of force into the double egg more often than not, but it's not the worst. You can poke around, you can CC, like launching someone with egg bomb, is kind of annoying for them. Can interrupt some abilities that are trying to charge up, like a pre-level 11 pop, which is very good to disengage and keep a Lucario at bay. It's not bad at all. You can definitely use one of your 4 eggs to just disrupt a little bit.
so, Wiggly can be explained in 3 moves: Sing, Unite move, Cute Charm. Unite move, Cleanse, buffs both defenses. Great. Sing, most annoying fucking move in the game. Because run in circle, run in straight line, sleep opponent. Opponent can't do anything. Opponent wake up. Cute Charm proc. Sing is backed up. Pop Sing, chase your opponent again. Your opponent tries to do something else. Cute Charm proc because they fuck. And then you loop that until you get your Unite move. And then you
I mean,
rinse repeat.
the fact that the Unite move can just straight up cancel other Unite moves like a God or Unite move for the entire team while keeping everyone alive is just really fucking strong on its own. Like, Wiggly might be a one-trick pony, but it might be the best one-trick pony in the entire fucking game because what it does really amazingly well.
We get to Suicune. Suicune's kind of freeze simulator. It's very good for support. It holds a lot of utility. It is extremely bulky. It does good damage, and it has to execute on boosted. It has no bad moves. Surf, good. You could set up a easier freeze. Flood into freeze. Whirlpool, very good because you could reposition that flood into freeze. You get Ice Beam, which double procs. It freezes the ground. It's just a constant damage move. And you get Icy Wind, which still freezes the ground, launches out at your opponent, and you could willingly break that fairly easily. Your Unite move is a guaranteed freeze for 7 seconds, as long as someone's within radius. There's not really anything wrong you could say for Suicune. You could play it bulky, you could run EXP Share Resonant, and anti-heal on it, so it covers all those bases.
You can also go full CDR and just really test the limit of your patience of your opponents if they want to be frozen every second or not.
Like it's a great move. We get into Serena. Serena is, out of every all-arounder outside of Blaziken and Charizard, typical all-arounder, the best choice. Its moveset is very versatile on both ends. You are not locked into any of the moves. They all work great together. The Unite move is an insane shutdown. It just targets someone out and basically says, I'm going to kill you off my next move. Which cannot be understated. You get your Grassy Glide, which is a shield, plus a fucking duration of damage on the ground, because it leaves the DOT zone. Like, and what's the...
Serena is basically the epiphany of locking someone down, like singling someone out and just completely, going to town on them and just completely fucking destroying them. You can cheat your own cooldowns all the fucking time. You have enough burst, enough sustain to just single someone out, remove them from the game, and then just get out like it's no one's business. One of the best 1v1 Pokemon in the entire game, right there.
Like, we have Eldegoss. Eldegoss is highly versatile. It has a damage build. You get something like fucking Pollen Puff. Great healing as long as your ally decides to aim it at you. But we ignore that. The healing is a lingering heal, so it will not pop for about 2 seconds after it's targeted, so your other allies can get on top of you for the heal as well. Which is a great thing to have in your kit. Cannot be understated how strong that truly is. You get Cotton Spore, which is a shield for your team. Great. It's up every 6 seconds. You just keep shielding them. Sorry, that's Spore or Guard? No, I'm thinking Guard.
No, God.
Cotton Spore is a damage pop. Which, does that knock up, or is it... I think that's just the AoE pop.
It I think it reduces the movement speed and it is a knock up for like half a second. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, which is very strong.
I mean,
What's
Leaf Tornado is still one of the best moves in the game because it completely shuts down any auto attacker for a good solid 4 seconds, and it allows like anyone to like it allows to engage and disengage, basically chasing people down or running away at all times. And the Unite move, I mean, the Unite move has like everything baked into it. You're invincible, you're up in the air, you don't die to anything ever. You come crashing down, you heal your entire team for insane amounts, and you push your enemy team. You can make plays either defensively and just land and use the heal, or you can, use it offensively, which just try to push the enemy team to your team to like get off a pick. Like Eldegoss is the epitome of both defense and offense, depending on what you want, what you need at all times. You can just use the bitch in any way you want. There's nothing. There's no wrong option here.
we land into cannot touch. Very specific moves. Pikachu, Vault Tackle. That's all I need to say.
Wall tackle. Wall tackle has become one of the more annoying moves because the cooldown reduction you can get on it and being unstoppable and just throwing you around for like I think it's 1.5 seconds because of course it is, and it delivers it back to where it was, and you can just spam it. And let's not even like we don't even need to go to Wall Tackle because fucking Electro Web for some reason is also really stupid, and it gets to keep it until level 6, which just locks you down and you can't do anything. It's really strong early game, and yeah, it's just a fuck you in particular all the fucking time. At all, you have a unite move that just up all the time and can just delete people, and you have Electro Ball or Thunder, which is really good poke and just secure early on. Really fuck you. I mean, yeah, the meme is wall tackle is anything, but honestly, there's a lot more to Pikachu that's just
Its
really fucking
Unite
annoying.
move's also great.
Yeah, it's
Constant
very
AoE
spammable.
pop. There or honestly, as much as I'd love to say it has more than two things in its kit, it really is two. Sorry, three things. It's Vault Switch reposition for a little bit of extra damage. Discharge, which is great for getting into an engage. Burst anyone down in the game, really. Or any team down, because you also get a shield off of Discharge.
Yep.
And I guess if you're good enough at the game, you could pull.
Yeah, that is also something that people I think tend to have forgotten or overlooked. Being able to kidnap someone with a perfectly timed discharge into your passive paralyze into Vault Switch, and you just yoink someone across half the map and into your team and just pick them off. You don't see it anymore because no one bothers to actually lane it. Everyone just picks Wild Charge because it gives iframes. But Wild Charge is one of the like it's one angle to play Sarah, but it's not the only one. It's just it can be really good all about. But in solo queue, yeah, you definitely just pick Wild Charge, and then if no one soaks for you, and if no one tanky soaks it for you, you just fucking die to it every single time.
And I'm a fair person, I'll let you have the Snorlax.
I mean, what is it to say about Snorlax that hasn't been said? Snorlax is just good all around. It has a pretty good passive, which keeps you alive. Like it, I don't even know. It's the perfect berry stealing. It's really good to bully you early game. Tackle is like all you need. It deals a fuck ton of damage. It shoves the enemy. It's a move towards them. Rest is just really good heal that just blocks, you know, any passage you want. Heavy Slam is just it's pretty good movement tool. It positions you perfectly. It deals decent damage, and more often than not, it changes immediately into the most fucking stupid move in the entire game, which is block. Which I don't know why it gives you unstoppable. A shield shoves everyone around, and you can just fuck you, cancel it, and just walk away. And if you shove them into a wall, they can't play the game for like 6 seconds. It's yeah, it's really fucking strong, and it's not even that Yawn is bad. Yawn can also be pretty good to just put someone to sleep, but block is just Block does everything you ever want a defender to do ever. And the only negative part, which is just was the slowdown, you can just negate by popping XP beforehand, and you just do a really amazing play, and no one can touch your team if you know how to utilize block correctly. And if they ever try to focus you down, you just have your Ignite move, which knocks them all up. You can knock them up a second time, and it just heals you back to full for free. It has a 90-second cooldown, because why the fuck not? And then you just go back into chaining a heavy slam and block. And you never die, and your team never dies, and your enemy team wants to uninstall the game.